Okay, thank you very much for joining. So in today's session, we're going to discuss about assignment. So we've now come to our final session for our web designing unit. So
Okay.
what have we covered this unit? So this unit, we focused on having the basic knowledge and skills for us to create web pages using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we looked a lot of features and a lot of things that we can do by working with HTML. Also, we were able to set up an environment with our Visual Studio Code, and we're able to demonstrate what we've learned throughout our sessions. Also, we looked into in the other tutorials, we looked into integrating CSS, and we looked into the type of CSS that can be used and how this has to work with our HTML document. And then we came to look into um, inserting properties on our HTML. We looked into DOM, our document object models, and lastly, JavaScript and the programming language itself. So as you can see, these have been the learning outcome that we had for throughout our tutorials, 8 of them, as we can see. And
Okay.
here we've been given an assignment title. So the title is now Web Development Fundamentals with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript Basics.
Okay,
So
that's the assignment title.
yes, that's the title of the assignment. So as we can see here, we have task 1 to 7. So in the
Yeah.
assignment, you will now have topic, assignment topic um, number 1 from 1 to 7, the all practical. And as you can see, we now have basic HTML structure with tags and basic CSS. Assign practical assignment number 2, inline CSS import from file, CSS flow and procedure precedence. Then we have practical number 3, which is deeper CSS concept with tables and lists. Then number 4, we have text field, checkbox, um, radio button, images, videos, and embed. Then we have number 5, HTML, DOM basics and JavaScript basis. Number 6, we have embed CSS into HTML. That's embed JavaScript into HTML. Data types in JavaScript, which we looked into them yesterday. Then we have function loops in JavaScript. So here's are the instructions for our assignment. So our instruction says create a web page using basic HTML structure and tags, applying basic CSS style using inline and import CSS files, explore deeper CSS concept, work with tables and lists, and implement various form of element like text field, checkbox, ratio, buttons, images, and video embedding. So it's basically repeating um, the instruction are basically repeating what we have from task 1 to 7. So this how we now have to do our submission. So this is project base. So as you can see here, there will now be Word document. So it's not mandatory for you to create a Word document. So it's a project base with 7 tasks. So in your project, I want to see the ability of you to create one web page. As you can see, is a one simple web page. You don't need to have like in a website you could have one, maybe 5 to 6, depending if you create like a navigation bar and you want to create external HTML files for your about us, contact us, or service, product, project, whatever. So you can put everything on the one single web page. You just divide them with sections. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's similar to what I was initially thinking.
Yes. And in your website, you just make sure you cover these 7. You see, all 7 tasks from
all
1 to
7 tasks.
yes. By having your web page with all these 7, that's it. That's all you have to do, and then you've completed it.
OTHM.
Yeah. Referencing. So it would be great if you provide a Word document as well where you explain what you've done. That would be additional for you. But as you know, if you're going to create a Word document, you now have to use referencing style. So what can we see from referencing? You should use and cite a range of academic and reliable sources where applicable. A comprehensive.
What about YouTube videos?
Sorry?
What about YouTube tutorials?
Oh, as a reference
Yes.
for your documentation?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that'll be. No, that's no.
Because I think I'll only be using one book, one of the books at least.
Yeah. Okay. Are you familiar to Google Scholar?
Google Scholar. No.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
So there's this nice website called Google Scholar. In here, you can find it's like a massive library where all academics, alumni from universities have been uploading their past papers and past research, and you're allowed to reference all the information that you find from here. So let's do, for example, introduction to JavaScript. So here, there's a nice book from him where it gives you all the basics information. So as you can see, we have an abstract where is the basically a summary of everything you need to know regarding the book. You summarize acknowledgement with these books. Okay, maybe this one is let's see if we can find an article, maybe production, this one, PDF. Exactly, this is what I was looking for. So every book, say for instance, you're writing a dissertation, you're in your final year of university, you're writing a dissertation as a final project. You've been asked to create an application, some sort of blockchain application or some sort of AI model or so on. You now have to create a documentation for your innovative application or whatever you build. And in this project, in this dissertation, you now be subdivided into paragraphs, into big chunk of paragraphs. And at the top of them, there's always an abstract. So what our abstract does is summarize everything we need to know about our dissertation. So dissertation on average, they're like 10,000, 20,000 words. So these are classified as books. People who have to write a PhD, they will write even more, like 50,000, like massive books of research and so on. And what they do in the abstract, they will now put everything that you need to know. Everything goes in the abstract. So it's a very concise paragraph which explains you everything you need to know regarding your book. So say for instance, now you have to write about JavaScript. In maybe you're covering what was it, activity number 7, I think. You need to know something about JavaScript. You can simply read through this abstract and rewrite it in your own words to avoid plagiarism and similarities. Once you've done that, you simply add the site. So when it comes to Harvard referencing, you always copy this. Everything, all of this goes in the bibliography. So at the bottom of your Word document, you now create a bibliography and you put all of them one by one, your references at the bottom of them. So you find yourself with a list of bibliography at the end. And inside your document, you must put the author and the year which this was published. So at the end of your paragraph, inside your Word document, you put this straight away at the end of your paragraph, and then at the end of all your work, you put a reference list with all of them listed one by one. So I do have a nice video which I wanted to share with you, and you should understand better how this is done.
Studying is not a straight path. It's more like a winding maze to finish university. To see you through, you'll need to study other people's ideas, words and websites, so you can form your own ideas and develop skills to finish your studies and exit the maze. It's easy to think copying and pasting other people's work will help you finish sooner, but in reality, you'll just find yourself at a dead end. If you don't credit your source or present the ideas or words from another as your own, either intentionally or unintentionally, you may be guilty of plagiarism. Referencing helps you avoid plagiarism and is the only path to take to help you exit the maze and truly succeed in your studies. In this video, we'll show you how to properly reference using the Harvard referencing method. This will include the difference between a direct quote and paraphrasing, how to complete an in-text citation for a quote or paraphrase, and how to write your end-of-text reference list. Referencing is a standardized set of rules that you'll use to give credit to your sources. At Swinburne Online, all units, except education and psychology, use the Harvard referencing method. Check the unit details in your online classroom. Let's take a look at how to reference using this method. When referencing, begin with in-text citations. These citations allow your readers to link your key points to where your information was sourced. All sources cited, with the exception of personal communication and references to classical works, need to include an alphabetical reference list, with the full bibliographical details of all sources at the end of your document. If you use the exact words from a source, you're using a direct quote. Only 10% of your overall word count can be in direct quotes, which is why it's so important to learn how to paraphrase. Paraphrasing expresses the same meaning of the quote, but in your own words. Regardless of whether you're using a direct quote or paraphrasing, you must use an in-text citation. Let's take a look at how to do that. When referencing a direct quote, enclose the quote with double quotation marks. When using the Harvard referencing method, the in-text citation should be written immediately after the quote, before the end punctuation mark. You cite a quote using the Harvard referencing method this way. Take note of the punctuation, as this is important. When referencing a paraphrase, you can either begin your sentence with the in-text citation or end with it. Regardless of how you use your in-text citation, you still need to follow the same rules as set out by the Harvard referencing method. Your in-text citations must link to the full entry in the end-of-text reference list at the end of your assessment. A great way to do this is to open a different doc and simply add to your reference list each time you write an in-text citation. Just make sure you reorder them in alphabetical order before you submit. For a book reference, you must include the following information: the author or editor, year of publication, book title, its edition, volume number, place of publication, and publisher. Use the Harvard referencing method to reference this way, taking note of the order of the information and the punctuation used. Before you submit your assignment, don't forget to cross-check all your in-text citations with your reference list. At At Swinburne Online, there's lots of help available to see you through the study maze. You can check out the Harvard referencing format for different types of sources in the Library Harvard Referencing Guide. You can also find more information about referencing and academic integrity in the student portal. And our student advisor team can also assist you with general queries about research and referencing.
Okay, I hope
Okay.
this video made it clear for you.
Made it very clear. So with the Harvard referencing,
Yes,
what you want me to do is that if able to, I can make a Word document that explains what
yeah,
I'm doing, what I aim to achieve with
yes,
the web page, and
yes,
what I try to do in certain sections
yes,
by
yes,
using references. Okay.
exactly. That would be
All
great.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
That makes sense. Okay.
yeah. So, do you have any other question for me?
Um, no, well, actually, if you go back to all the tasks of what you need to do for each and every assignment, yes, that one. The sabbatical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have to attempt to apply everything that's there, or at least attempt to apply two
Most
of
of it. Yeah, most of it.
most of what's in
Yeah,
each
yeah,
line? Like, for
yeah.
instance, the assignment 4, text field, checkpoint, radio button, image, video. I don't have to add and stuff in everything,
No, no,
but
no,
at
no.
least certain elements.
Yes, 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 yes,
Like,
exactly.
I was initially thinking of embedding a video, but rather than just copying a video of anything random online, I thought making
Oh,
a
you can get the video from you can copy. Do you remember the website that I showed you, Pexels? You can
pixel.
download videos from there, save them on your
Ah,
machine, and then you just link it there. Because
okay.
Pexels, they're free images and video.
Great
They're
image.
copyright free, yeah.
Okay.
But it's not necessary, as I said. Like as long as you cover
But
most of
oh,
them,
I
then you're
but
fine.
I thought of just making a contact us form
Yeah,
that covers a lot of certain things, especially with JavaScript.
exactly. Yes, that
I
would be
thought that would be
perfect.
a lot more easier to demonstrate what I've learned.
Sorry, say that again.
I thought that
Making
would be
them
a lot more. I thought that would be a lot more easier to demonstrate what I've learned. Now, the
creating
assignment,
a
the assignment 7, the functions, the loops in JavaScript. I
function. You
thought,
see how we created the function yesterday?
yes,
The one that you just wanted to, a simple function like greet, where you just display a name. Hello, my name is
hello,
Joshua. Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
I'll create maybe a login. I don't know.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, you can make something a bit more advanced depending on how further you're taking this web page.
I
If you
see.
feel like, yeah, I want to add a login space for the users where they can
I,
log in with it, yeah,
I'll
you
fit.
can.
I see. I think I understand.
Yeah.
All right then. I think I should just cover it like a tick box of what I'm applying on. So that way I'll print it out. So that
Yes,
way
yes, yeah.
I can tick
Yeah.
box everything I'm doing or what I don't need to
And you can
do.
add it to the Word document as well, so I can see it'll be more visual
Maybe
and I
more
can
visual.
see, yeah.
Yes. So that
If you
way,
want,
like,
yeah, yeah, if you think it will be easier for you, yeah.
yeah. All right, thank you.
Okay,
I think
no
I
problem.
understand. All right then. Now that I know
Yeah,
now that I know it's 4 weeks, I'll do it every time I get a chance and opportunity to. If it passes over 4 weeks though, do I still have a chance to keep on doing it? Like maybe
yeah,
because
just let
because
me know so we can extend the deadline for you.
okay, so if it's in 4 weeks from now, what date
Yes,
would that be? That would be like since it's the 1st of February, that would be the 1st of March.
yes,
Isn't it? Okay, I have until the 1st of March to submit
yeah,
it.
yeah.
All right.
And for the next tutorials, I will speak to the admins who will now schedule that for you.
Schedule it like would it be every day of similar to what we were like here, or could it be maybe every 2 days or
Yeah,
something?
what do you prefer?
Well, honestly, while this is fine, it's 11 o'clock. I have to look at my schedule. It depends on what happens. Like, I don't know whether I'll be busy in
Okay.
March or not.
Okay,
But it
so
all
you have
depends.
to, yeah,
Because I would rather just like, in my opinion, from my perspective, I'd rather have it like, because this was a practical, so I didn't mind doing it every day because
okay,
it's just like practical. But if it's an assignment like
based.
written
Yeah,
based,
yeah.
I'd rather have it every 2 days to try and digest everything I'm learning rather than rushing each day and forgetting what I've been taught.
Okay, yeah. 2 days will be better for you then.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just
but it,
let it know to the admins and they will schedule 2 days a week
okay.
instead of every day. Yeah,
All right, thank you.
no problem, Joshua.
All right then.
Okay,
I'll
and
contact you if I'm running into any issue.
yes, yeah, you can drop me a message on WhatsApp or send an email. So now you got my work email as well, so
All right,
you can
thank you.
contact me there. No problem, Joshua, and have a good day.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.